I go shaking my tits for the press. I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Well, g'day there. Just wanted to make sure you guys got the intro to this game. I have played this before, but we're going to be playing a new game. I've only played up to a certain spot. I think it's Viagra is attacking sand, and I was like 22 points or some shit. I am sick, so yeah, just watch out for that. So yeah, play a new game, and we'll go for it. So this is a nice game, I guess. I'm gonna do the tutorial again anyway, because like I stuffed up a lot of shit in my first playthrough, thinking, I didn't need the tutorial. I just wanted to check out if the game was alright before I did it, because some games are shit. Mayor Rogers, Sex Maniac, City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. There's a lot of talking when it comes to this game. A lot of talking in certain parts, mainly just the intro.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm going to have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? The man's kind of a dickhead. What doesn't matter whether it came as a surprise, my business is mine. Do you already know the name of your successor? Of course not, I don't think the man at the office knows either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Sounds possible if he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Never worked for the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow all my employees around the clock. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? You better ask him. Thank you.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension. One that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
Oh shit. I don't remember this.
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Jack Boyd. Only arseholes join the mafia. Francis Kendrick replaced Jack Boyd. Jack Boyd, maritime is my own business. Fuck yeah. Yeah, man.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Okay, so we received tips anyway. So you guys can work out to play as well. Okay, so Freeburg PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts of the day, and tomorrow every shift officer responds to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigation. You can freely move employees between shifts. Receipt. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics, like here Abrams. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a setback, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. So, energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel, or make a critical error on the job. Your employers lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. I've actually had someone in a car crash because he's drinking too much. And I said, go to fucking work, you prick. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your conclusions based on the behaviour of your employees. Okay, so on this shift we have Kochi, Yancey, Purdy, Sabaski, Asano, Austin, Price, Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong. Let's start today. And some piano music playing in the background. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work, you will need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the all came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. The longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work.
110B in progress.
The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on, all of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns out into a brutal meat-grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Get a hit and run every day more. A motor couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot. Back over a homeless man who's been digging through the trash can. The driver jumped out the tile, but once he saw that he hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. I'm sending Kochi with Price. The reason I'm sending Kochi with Price is she's 250, she's an officer, and Price is shit. I want to upgrade Price. That's all that is. This is how you upgrade officers, by sending shit people with good people. 5. The last picture show. What the hell? A theatre manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowball decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theatre security guard. Alright, you and Austin, go to there. Sometimes these guys can't do it unless they're officers, so this may or may not work. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster and dead citizens will hurt. They may even more than the living ones. Ja. Three teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay, we'll send Birdie and Sebaski.
311A in progress.
Right, a brother and sister clash with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't care, separate them. And our security guard is off duty tonight. Possible, I saw some teenagers attacking the early mission. They run away with his guitar and money. Okay, so we'll send these through. When your corps aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. Sounds of moaning and laughter can be heard through the living room window. We should either turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded, sneak into the house through an open window, knock on the door, open up, please. We should do this because that's not what happens. I worked out that if you have more than one cop off duty, even at 8 cops, because at 8 cops you have a lot of manpower, but the missions are hard over there. When you have so many cops, the missions get harder and harder and harder to go through. By then, the missions are really hard. It actually is pretty hard to do. And for some reason, my days on my game kept ending at 2 o'clock, not 10. Maybe it just gets longer. If you think you'll need an extra couple of hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Okay, this is a shift day. We got Sturville, Vandell, Robbins, Amity, Grant, Birch Jr., Roy, Beasley, and Moser.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand.
Huh.
And everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters, gives to charity, rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear, even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls things without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people, Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sands' people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Friends, Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Lead legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Sorry about all those pauses, just that may or may not have just popped up in the video. I was checking something. Now I know that if I want to go to the washroom in about 25 minutes, I can just hit my Windows button and recording will freeze. When a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they are at full strength. Some of the reasons you'll hear are far-fetched, or some are very serious. Don't indulge your subordinates, but don't act tight and they're tight to organize them either. Remember that everyone's got secrets and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. City officials want to demolish my house because of some bureaucratic error. If I don't resolve the problem today, my family is going to have to find another place to live. Can I have the day off? Oh yeah, but you have to come tomorrow. I've got some terrible happening this morning. Might be better if I go home and lie down. Yeah, they come back tomorrow. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at the lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes once a week. You can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think that no one is worthy of honour some week, you can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go until people are ready. Insignias won't go out until people are ready. Employers are ranked not only increase professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when a cop gets a rank, they start thinking more seriously about their service. This means less drinking and more time spent on the job, but some of them might even turn out to be dependable. You need a rank? No rank. Let's start the day. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time. Just like in real life, well, the life of your grandfather. How if I can play these. Let's learn it how to fire and firearms. You have a certain number of paid job openings, which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separate between officers and detectives. When a sheriff pulls up, time to fire someone. I'm actually going to fire this person since there's no shit. If you have legal grounds for termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Regularly be damned, but that can't land you in additional proceedings. And your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs than they are about actually doing their jobs. Another way to free up a slot is have a police officer killed, but that's not really a valid option, right?
She's sweeter than Sue, and Georgia Brown beats Lulu too. When she's back in town, now she can shimmy like
2, 4, 6, 8.
Fit for a king, swing sweet ginger
2,
green.
4, 6, 7, so on. Alright. First, what is it?
211 in progress.
Vandalism. We received a frightening call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems there are even more marks from a shovel. But the abbot would say no more. Alright, Stable, it's Rory's last day. Look after her, please.
In progress.
Vandalism. Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw two teenagers scratching offensive logos on his new car. Vandal, Jake, Grant, and Birch Jr. That's right, we have someone on the Dell. Damn it.
She's just a dancing queen. Fit for a king, swing sweet ginger, swing sweet ginger green.
In progress.
Suspicious individual Eddie's Burgers. Their actress named Camilla reports that she served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television just this morning. This crop was sitting at the window eating a burger. Okay, so we'll send Samity and Robbins.
211 complete.
This has been because I have too many low people and I'm not high people. Waitress had a mistake. Student retired Officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Shit, I didn't read that. Pretty much whoever you're gonna send there gets fired, so get rid of someone.
1111B in progress.
A normal school just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Alright, Stovall. Take Grant with you. We won't worry about Rory too much since it's their last day on the job. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I put in more passion. I earned a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just will cut out to be a cop. So I mean, anyone that does that job gets instantly kicked.
411 in progress.
Suicide threat. An naked man carrying canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Okay, Ferndale, take somebody with you. There's me to hurry up now.
Looks like we have a situation here.
As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Carefully watch the clown from stands. Take the clown out onto the ice and round up any witnesses. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. We'll just watch the clown for the time being. See if he does anything wrong. Should actually work. Nice.
411 complete.
And it's also a threat. It seems that we're fine. So we only had one instance so far that we've failed. That's pretty good. And our investigators have done nothing yet. Bruce appeared to reveal his identity when the time was right. Enemies using Venomous to destroy Freeburg. Venomous organization denied official resignation. registration, sorry.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all three of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Coming into work an extra day, I see. Okay, so we need to fire all of our cops. Yeah, we'll go do that then. Okay, destruction of property. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot, carrying a long iron rod. Whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards, feed bloodsuckers." I just like the girl ship for some reason. If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to detectives. The investigation crime scenes interviews witnesses and others. Whether information seems pertinent, one of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case. We'll work on the lead investigator as subordinates. The more professional the leader, the more effective the team. Like activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his home. Well, we have this 150 mole. And we'll send Armstrong. Liberator. Right, so let's go through and file all our black cops. Okay. I don't really want to fight people illegally. So you know what, I'm just going to ignore that threat and just do nothing about it. Because really, I have Armstrong, Austin, they have... No, it's really about Stovall, really. And problems. There's good cops there. And what can I get from the labour market? Shit. Nothing really. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Purdy and Spassky, Darris and Forrest. Good luck. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene and pursuing the investigation. Expect results. Right, we'll wait for the frame. Nice. So if we need to, we can put more people on this case, which we're going to do. And when we need more detectives, we'll... Just the ones that work today. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concern about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside the playground. He's been watching the children for binoculars. Did I just... I've never heard of those. For over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. Yancy Austin, you got this, guys.
We've got a situation here.
The driver is nowhere to be seen. We can either wait a seat positions for the driver to appear, interview any potential witnesses, or search the car. We're gonna wait a seat positions for the driver to appear. Good job, guys. Come on back. Mr. Boyd, I'm opening Freeburg's first martial arts club for my first exhibition. I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach a man a few tricks, and that will help him out on the streets. Alright, we'll send Birch so he can become like a hipster. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction. They know how to look at case materials. The more professional the detectives working on the investigation, the better their instincts. To get your success, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of the events at the crime scene, using the frames you think likely, sometimes with a little extra thrown in if you add it all up, but the secret fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Mr. Graham says, I drove by in a stand and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He has been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been lots of cursing and carrying on. I don't remember the car in the neighbourhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I had to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Well, when an investigation pans out, you have yourself a suspect. Sometimes there's more than one, but in this case, your detectives have narrowed it down to a single candidate. Your detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. To carry out the arrest, two officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, the arrest will have to wait, but sometimes the fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Also remember that criminals will react differently in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT if you see fit. Alright, well, we're going to send Price, Sana, and the SWAT. Because he used a gun. Basically.
311A in progress.
Kevin's Fruit Bar. A bartender reports that a couple started fighting over tips, and a cat fight broke out right on stage. Alright, well, we're going to sing Kochi, Sebastian, Austin. That girls.
311A in progress.
A bartender reported that a fight was broken out between a patron and a bar bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. Okay, Purdy, Darius, you got this. Oh, Yancy, sorry, my bad. Person. Chief, I just about nailed the Jap a couple of times, but he was too fast for me and won all points. I don't really understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of the points very well. But he was alright. He even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. You want to take that off? Okay, so you get 180 now. Great. Yeah.
Officer on scene. Looks like
On the stage, two strippers going on it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on catfight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Listen, girls, cut the crap. Well, this is going to get serious. Draw your service reference. Shut off the music and turn off the lights. I'm going to shut off the music and turn off the lights. The strippers continue fighting, oblivious of the police presence. I asked the bartender for a bucket of cold water and throw it on the combatants. Watch strippers guard and don't interfere. Step on the stage and try to separate. If we try to separate them, we're going to get hit. If we watch the strippers, we're doing nothing, and if we throw a bucket of cold water on them, they're going to come to their senses, obviously.
311A complete.
We don't want to endanger our people at all. Homicide, there we go. Good, nice. And these guys will get their points. It's just 9 o'clock, it doesn't go any higher than that. Okay. Retired police officers Thomas Blaine shoot a pregnant woman. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Mayor Rogers City has no problems with racists. Well then, I should know for anyone.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn. I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the Lover Boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Okay, so we can either agree to help him, or we can refuse to help him. Well, if we refuse to help him, his family dies. That's pretty much it. And you have to help Sand either way. And if you agree to help him, his family lives. So I'm going to agree to help him. Just because he's a normal time friend.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the Mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kid's body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
The last few months I've been taking antidepressants 3 times a day. Today I ran out of prescription. The pharmacy said they are getting more in tomorrow. I'm afraid without pills I'm not going to be much good. I keep stepping up all kinds of signals. Can I go home today? Alright, I'm going to believe you this once, but if this comes up again, that's it. You're coming tomorrow. My brother went hiking in the woods and disappeared. I went to go help with the search. Can I have that day off? Well, you can't have a day off yesterday, so no. Next song, let's see. Singing by John Sangster. All the rights and shit are right there. Damn, this episode's going for a bit of a long time. Sorry if you keep seeing pauses, sometimes I need to take a piss. But no, before wasn't that, but yeah, whatever. No matter your personal reaction to the city's administration, your police station is at the mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they are satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the City Hall may refuse. Are right to accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. I need an officer. Drops off. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go and grabs at anyone who approaches, scaring the customers. Bandana's difficult. Oh no! Like, should I fire all the Black Ops? I don't know. I'm not going to, but I feel like I should. McNamara Jr. and Birch Robbins Green. Good luck. A hotel vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there. Most likely, they're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with one. There you go, we got the stable and somebody for the job. The shop has 2 exits from which people have already fled. Drive a patrol car right through the front window, sneak out the back door, enter through the main entrance, or enter through the main entrance. The stick-up man knows the police presence to the cashier hostage. He's holding the gun. The hostage's head shouting back off or I'll blow his goddamn face. Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. Slightly take aim at the whole robber. Quite overdue. You're just making things more complicated. You're in the mark. Shut your face and drop the weapon. Should have been a phone call. Be right back. Well, that was a long as phone call. But welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. The robber grows visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. There's 2 ways out of this ship. The cops are a body bag. I'll let you leave upright, but only for release the hostage. Shoot the robber. So the problem is now we have a hostage situation, so I think the best thing is to shoot the robber. these guys are not that great. Alright, Beasley, Moser, get on that job, eh? Just this year, the organisers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. Right, Vandale, Smith, I need you guys to go over there and become the best shooters in the world. It's a hot one today. What am I going to do? I don't have any people for you.
12 in progress.
At a gallery accident entitled Sex Repression, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." So if you stay behind, I'd like to send Robbins Grant that way. I can send you off if I need you or something. Alright. Alright, we'll look at that when we get more frames for it. We did, boy, we won. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting, he even taught us a thing or two. He's one of us hunting Sorello, so we'll be taking it out. We deserve it. Well, look at your ranks, I really like those ranks. You can listen to this song, so we can play it. There we go. Fantastic. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace in the pawn shop, to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like one of those, like other bakers who ran around on the corner streets. It's definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I didn't see a weapon in his hand. I just saw him grab a bag and run off. Alright, so this is probably him. Grabs the bag and shit. Damn, the first time I did this, I had like the bald guy come up. Like, Batch just sent and showed me a picture of a biker. Like, we probably don't need the SWAT.
211 in progress.
Like, I went out for a smoke and saw a teenager riding up anything on the wall of the building. I chased Brad up a tree. You can now take it from here. Okay. Well, then we just need one. So here you go. Fuck those. Center court, nice. Right, guys, we're going to end it here. Catch you guys later. Bye.